We have a 2008 Chevrolet Silverado, Chevy Silverado, 8 cylinders, 4.6 or something like that. We're gonna do the transmission oil change today, okay? It's a transmission fluid, all right? So first of all, we're gonna go ahead and read the manual. It says how to do it, what's the specifications, and we go from there. Okay, so it says automatic transmission fluid level check every 3,000 miles or 3 months. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do. In some models, the driving information is instrument panel capable display transmission temperature. Okay, so the automatic transmission dipstick is located in the right rear of the engine compartment. Clip up the handle before pulling out this dipstick, okay? Okay, so we're coming to automatic transmission fluid Dexron 6 automatic transmission fluid. So this is the type of fluid that this truck needs to have, okay? Dexron 6. So you can buy any brand, anything for this. This is gonna be the Dexron 6. So yeah, use automatic transmission fluid Dexron 6 for this transmission. So the capacity is right here in the manual. For our engine is a V8, but has this transmission top, the automatic transmission, fluid and filter change. But okay, it's gonna be 5 cords. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put 5 cords in this transmission on this type of vehicle. We have the 4L60E. Okay. All right, let's do this. Ready for this? Okay, so the fluid and filter change, it has to be done every 30,000 miles. Or 30 months. I always do a little before, just to keep it nice and clean. And it says the fluid should be drained and replaced. Since the fluid will remain hot, just make sure before you change the fluid, everything will be cool down completely, because otherwise you're gonna burn yourself. Okay, so just make sure it's cooled down at all when you replace this. All right. Okay, so just follow the instructions and you'll be good to go. Safety is always the first. Okay, I'm gonna show you different another video how to check the fluid level on this type of transmission. Okay, on this type of vehicle. So here's the instruction. Let's see let me see if I can. Okay, so you can read it. Okay, You fit the pan gasket. Other tools necessary for this include floor jack, blah blah blah. Follow the instruction, okay, guys. Read it. I cannot read everything for you. You just rewind the video, pause the video so you can read, okay? This is what the manual service repair manual says to when you replace the transmission thing, okay? It says to access the pen bolts to the right side of the vehicle, remove the heat shield next to the catalytic converter. I didn't do that, so I just moved the I just took off the transmission cable thing, okay? So that's what it is. Sorry guys, but I'm just showing everything so you can perform your own oil change, fluid change, transmission change. So some of these, like this type of transmission that has just a bolt, unfortunately that's not our type today, because if it would be like this it would be easier, Unfortunately we had to remove all the bolts, the fluid pens bolts, and that's it. Okay, it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is just have patience, and I'm gonna show you the torque specification as well and everything, okay? So you don't have any leaks at the end or you have any problems, okay? Because transmission is very delicate, very delicado, okay? So be careful. This is what I did on this one. I had to disconnect the shift cable right here. That's what I did. Yeah, you definitely need to do that, so that will be easier to do it. But it's pretty simple. It's just the flathead screwdriver, so you can remove the bolt stud and then 2 bolts on top of the shift cable. Okay, that's it. Only 3 things that you had to do it. So you can remove this pen, okay, the oil pen bolt. Yeah, right here. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna share all the details. So clean the pen with solvent and dry it with compressor air if available. So what I did, I just use soap and water. I know you're gonna say what? Yeah, but you're gonna make sure that it's gonna be really, really dry, because otherwise you cannot mix that with oil at all. Okay, so I think it's been too much blah blah blah, but I just wanna show you all the procedures to do this job, to get it done right. So this is all the steps. Okay, so at the end I just add 5 quarts all the way into the transmission. Okay, 5 quarts of fluid up to the transmission. This is the gasket right here, the picture of the gasket. Alright, so let's do this. I didn't replace this gasket, I just leave the one that I use already there. So that's up to you. I don't want to mess up this thing right here. So you can prop it out with a flathead screwdriver and break it and then pull it out. That's the gasket. But I didn't replace it, okay? I never does on these kind of vehicles, and everything always works great. Okay, so let's go. That's it. Just make sure everything looks nice and tight. Alright, secure the vehicle. Press the brake, the emergency brake, everything on, okay? So this is the transmission. So make sure everything is cold. Don't do it when it's hot, okay? Because you're gonna burn yourself, so be careful. So there are 16 bolts total, plus we're gonna remove this shift cable as well and the bracket, okay? All right.
Vamos a todos primero sin quitarlos. Vamos buscándolos. Ok, aquí ya está por eso solito. Con esta botella abajo. Y así. Son una computadora así más grande. Para que se parezca de un lado.
Now, as you can see, it's not gonna get out like this. So when we hit to remove now the shift cable, okay? Because when you do the last ones right here, like this one, the last bolts, the oil pan is not gonna come out unless you remove the shift cable, or I think that's the best way, you know, just to do it right. There you go. Make sure it's empty. Not all the way, but you know, the piece. Okay, so when I remove the shift cable, first you had to remove with a flat head the ball stud right here, just by pressing out like this. Yeah, easy like that. It's pretty easy, guys. So just pull it out like that, and then when I do the bracket next, right there. Okay. Now we're going to use the T40 socket, like this kind. Okay, so T40. Let me show you real quick. Yeah, T40. Okay, to remove 2 bolts to remove the bracket. Okay, because it has 2 bolts like this. Let me show you how do they look like. Okay, it's a star socket. Okay, let me show you real quick. Sorry, because I'm moving the camera all. So it's on top of the transmission. So there you go. See, it's 1 in each side, but it's just this bracket right here. Look, just remove these 2 bolts and you're good to go. Okay. All right. Okay, so once you lose the 2 bolts on top of the bracket, just take it out with by hand all the way out, just like this. Very simple, very easy. All right. Just like that. Alright, so you can see the bracket is moving now. So it's gonna be, the oil pan is gonna be now free to take it out. Okay. See, this is the one of the bolts. Alright, so let's go and do the other one. Sorry for the moving of the camera, because I just using one hand, and the other hand make sure to clean everything when you're done. All the skate right here. Okay, here's the other bracket, the other bolt of the bracket. I'm sorry. That is holding the shifting cable bracket. Okay, and put the away in a safe place the shifting cable, because you don't wanna break it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just move it out of the way. As you can see, perfecto, easy peasy. There you go. Just put it out of the way, break it, you're gonna be in trouble. Need to buy a new part. There you go. Okay, now time to remove the filter. It's very easy, just pop it out in the front like this. Yeah, there you go, perfecto. And just use a rag or towel just to clean around these areas, and or you can just leave it like that. Make sure just the surface right here is clean when you put the new gasket and everything. Okay, let's go and do next. Here's where the the seal goes, the gasket, okay, for the oil filter. But I'm not gonna just replace it. I'm just gonna install the other one on top right there. So I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay, it's fine. You should be fine. I'll do all the times. Okay, right here. You need to do it. If you wanna do it, just use a flathead and try to break it for one side. Don't mess up the surface. It's aluminum. Okay, and then you will be in trouble if you do that. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, now we're gonna proceed with the. See, as you can see, the oil was a little, not too bad, but yeah, still like bad, as you can see. Yeah, this is two magnets rings right here that you had to pull it out and clean it out as well. Okay, and put it back in the same position that they were before. There's two marks on the bottom that these two magnets supposed to be go. Okay, I'm gonna clean it with soap and water. I'm gonna clean the take the oil gasket off. Okay, and that's it. All right, let's do this. Okay, remove the oil gasket. Be careful. Use a scraper. I didn't have anyone on hand, so I'm just using my knife. Okay, my blade. So just doing nice and tight. Don't do it too much. Don't ruin the aluminum surface. Okay. So just do the most you can. The rest just leave it there. We're gonna do it a different way. Okay. So because you can use just a scraper. Okay, to do this. I didn't have anyone by hand, so I'm sorry. But this is just do it like this, and I'm gonna show you what else to do it. Okay, I just use water and soap and my scrub here just to take care of the rest of the residues and make it clean. Use my body, try to help me. So you know, go and play with your kitty, right? Okay, so this is the way I'm just doing it. You know, so it's. Make sure everything's gonna be clean and dry, because you're gonna have problems if you leave wet this oil pan. Okay, but this is the way I did. I let it dry for a few minutes, up and on the sun, you know, and you'll see how it's gonna be nice and very nice and clean. Okay, all right, that's it. Let's go and let it dry for a few, okay? Alright. Okay, this is a kit for the transmission. It's just a oil filter and the gasket, two gaskets. The one goes right here. This is a piece that I was talking about. But I'm not gonna install. I'm gonna just use the one is already back in the transmission. Okay, but it's up to you guys if you wanna change it. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, now make sure everything is clean around the area. Okay, the surface, and I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, remember, very clean. Don't leave any piece of paper in here either. Okay, because gonna get stuck, right? It's nice. That's the only way to find it stops anything wrong here. So when I will put the install the filter, just to push it down, you know, and somehow hear the clink. That sounds like a clink. Okay, just like this. Alright. There you go. That's it. Now we're gonna do the rest. Okay, now if we wanna install the gasket, you don't have to put any silicone or anything. I'm just gonna use a little bit just to that I can hold the gasket in place, so I don't have to. It's not gonna move when I install it. This is the part number right here, AC delta right there. Okay, and just a little bit, guys. Don't put like really nothing. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. But I want to just to make sure it will stay in place when I put it back on. Okay, that was that's the only reason I'm putting a little bit silicone all around the surface. There you go. It goes like this. Okay, once you have it like that, take it off and just do a little bit. Okay, and see, you see how nice it is, how clean, how beautiful the oil pan. That's a really good job, you know. And remember, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a handy guy that do it all. Okay. That's it. This is my neighbor's truck. I don't even charge anything for it. It's my neighbor. My neighbor, sometimes he does the jar for me. So, you know, I help him out. He help me out. So that's the world works. You know, the life. Okay, so just like that. See the magnets too are on their positions. The little square box right there is where it goes. And clean. Okay. Just like that, guys. That's it. See, it's really nothing. It's just very, very tiny. Like this. Okay. Okay, as you can see, nice and tight, clean, perfecto. I'm probably even better than a professional mechanic. I try to do my best, and I always do good, you know. Okay, that's it. Now let's put it back into the transmission. Make sure everything is clean. Any residuals on top or anything, just clean it. And let's do this. Okay, so the torque specification for automatic transmission 10 volts, it will be 97 in-pounds. Okay, 10 volts, 97 in-pounds. Make sure that's the right and correct torque. Okay, guys, let's do this then. I just want to show you, make sure, you know, never know. Okay, now install the oil pan. Try to install a couple of screws to just hold it, one in each corner. Okay. Alright, and do the rest, all of them. Don't tie all the way up, just get them there, you know, so that when you torque them it's gonna be better. Okay, so just do all of them by hand first, and then you can just use the socket with the extension and do it again, so that way you're not gonna have any leaks. Okay, so you get all of them at the same time in all the bolts. All right, and all of us by hand, all of them. Pretty nice, huh? Pretty clean, as you can see. All right. And then, just like I said, make sure all of them are to get timed in the same sequence. Okay, well, not same sequence, like time at the same time. I always start with the one in the middle, and they go from there, just like this. Okay, now we're gonna make sure all is torqued well. Okay, And after this, we're gonna go ahead and put the bracket, the shift cable bracket, back on, okay? As you can see, I just make sure all of them are tied the same way, okay? 97 impounds, remember. Okay? Now the cheap cable, guys, alright? Just like this. Okay, one more tip I'm gonna give you guys. I forgot to tell you. Remember to put a little bit of this thread locker glue for your bolts, because that's to keep them, you know, not to get loose. So I always use this with my bolts on especially in transmission, because you don't want to get it loose later and start leaking because you had loose. So use just this, put it on the thread a little bit, just a little drop on the thread of the bolts, and you'll be good to go. Okay, and let's go and do the add the fluid, transmission fluid now next. Okay, now we're gonna add 5 quarts to the transmission, and then we go from there. But the manual says 5 quarts, so 5 quarts should be enough. At the end, when I tested, it was just needing a little, probably a quart of the other quart. Okay, but 5 quarts should be enough, because that's what it takes to fill it up. Okay, when you do the filter change and the fluid change. Okay, on this type of transmission, of course, because there's 2 more different transmission, I believe. All right, and then after this, just turn it on and let it run for a few minutes, and then drive it, and you're good to go, guys. You know, make sure it's not transmission is sleeping or anything. Okay, there you go. AC Delco Dextron 6. That's what it takes on this type of vehicle. Transmission fluid Dextron 6. Okay, that's it. And then after this, let's go and run the truck. Okay, last step and final. Okay, make sure everything nice and tight, and let's start it on. We're just gonna leave it running for a few minutes. Okay, engage all the shifty levels, you know, just to make sure how it feels. And then we're gonna go for a ride in a minute. Just do it like this, coming down, neutral, now drive, 3, 2, 1. Make sure everything sounds okay, smooth. All right. So now we're gonna take it for a ride, okay? As you can see, I'm gonna show the RPM when I'm driving it, so you can see how smooth it goes now. Okay, nice and tight. All right, so let's go for a ride. We got full tank of gas, so we got plenty of gas. Alright, so you can see I'm going into the freeway. Nice, it goes up to 2000 RPM. There you go. We got 40. Alright, so I'm gonna go into the freeway right now. See, any truck when you're driving, if it goes less than 3000 Okay, now we're gonna check the fluid, make sure everything after we run the truck for a few miles. So to check the fluid on this truck, let it be hot. Take off the lipstick out. That's exactly what the mark are. Hot. Okay, go through all of them. Okay. All right, then go back to park, and then we're gonna go ahead and check the ATF levels again. Okay, the transmission fluid level. Okay, make sure you have it on the level ground. I'm gonna pull out the dipstick again. Make sure you got it right. There you go. Okay, so right there, that's good, guys. As you can see, there you go. Front ports. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys, just make sure you bottom, see watching again. Leave a comment, like, whatever.